guide for how to play Psylocke. She's definitely OP DPS right now, burst DPS. She's definitely like, I feel like she's better than a lot of people don't know how to use her. I know it's crazy that I'm making up my own meta. This is not meta, boy. She's 5-star difficulty, and she's a really nice character in all aspects of the game. And you go to, for example, 10 hours on Psylocke. Oh, dang, 10.0, so this is actually perfect. I have 10 hours on Psylocke. I played 71 matches with her. I have 1,400 kills in 71 matches. So you know I'm not playing when I tell you that there's been games that I've dropped 50 kills. Like, most games, like, I feel like at least 10 of these games is games that I've switched between, like, a bunch of different characters. Like, for example, I really like Mantis and Hella and Spider-Man, really cool characters. But yeah, so yeah, let's jump right into okay, so what you want to keep in mind while playing Psylocke, there's a couple things. It's really, you want to note is that she's a heavy user. That's one of the best ones in the game if you know how to use her. She's a 5-star difficulty, and let's start with her basic left trigger. She's got 2 bursts of 4 bullets from her.
The enemy has arrived.
Sonic crossbow, and it's hit scan.
Did that hurt?
Just, like,
good.
You know, connects. So don't worry about like projectile drop off or anything like that, because there's nothing like that inside of when playing Psylocke's kit. And another thing to take note of is that her abilities, or her weapon, her crossbow starts having a damage drop off. You see it,
Yes.
2.5 hits over there, or I guess 5 hits, and then it's just 15 meters. So when you pass 15 meters,
Double KO. That's 3.
A whole 6 crossbow shots, crossbow bursts to kill. So you just need to know that there's a damage drop off when it comes to 15 meters. Behind 15 meters, that's like, you want to pretty much just try to fight mid-range. 15 to 10 meters, I'd say, is like the ideal sweet spot.
Here they come now.
Alright, the next thing I want to focus on is her alternate fire, which she shoots out a volley of 4 seconds that stick, and they grant you 50 of and you can retract them by clicking, or they automatically retract after 3 seconds. So, and they deal a crazy amount of damage, as you can see. Like, that's like, what, around...
Here they come now.
170, I'd say around 170 damage, 150. And then a cool thing is that if you stick them into one enemy and you retract another enemy with my shield, it hits 325. So that's something really, like, you know, you really want to make sure you get it.
Double KO.
Because you can nag yourself. It's really good inside duels, especially inside 2v1s, especially when you're fighting against a DPS and a healer. And yeah, so it's really strong. And normally for like a basic combo,
Mind over matter.
Kill for squishy. We'll get more into combos later, but for now, all you need to know is that the basic is that stick automatically comes back, you pull it and it comes back. You stick, you pull through something else.
Yes.
And,
Double KO.
More HP while you're at it. So it's a good heal, and it's overall definitely her strongest move. And then the next thing we're going to talk about is her stealth, which is her E ability.
Farewell.
And it basically, it just closes for around 4 seconds. And they get to
Sayonara.
speed, and
The enemy has arrived.
invincible. Like, there's no way they can track you apart from audio cues, which again, pretty hard to do when you're fighting inside of open battlefield. They're on point. That's like the only way they can track you.
Farewell.
Audio cues. So it's really, really good. And it's really good for evading. And we're gonna talk about more of that later, but that's
Farewell.
So you just want to pop it, and you can, cancel it. You can instant cancel it, or you can
Out of sight.
an ability to, yeah, if you use an ability, or an attack or anything.
Sayonara. Did that hurt? Double KO.
Alright, arguably, this is also, everything in her kit is strong, but I feel like her dash is really slept on. Your dash is it goes around 11.5-ish meters, and it deals like a little bit of health, but that's not the main use of it, because it's and something cool about it is if you stick your right click when you track, so it's just a crazy.
Did that hurt?
So
Good.
you hit one of those, you hit that.
Step aside.
Double
So
KO!
crazy. You
It's
see that?
over.
That's one attack, right click, dash.
That's
go.
3!
But obviously these are squishies, but still, that's crazy, right? Again, obviously damage cut off after thing. What do you call it? 15 meters. Done mine while playing Psylocke.
Mind over matter.
Double KO!
Because it's not gonna work. What you really need to know is like this is like the strongest thing inside of her own kit.
The enemy has arrived.
There you go.
Step aside.
And if they have a little bit extra HP, like say there's like
It's over.
275 character, you can have an easy blow melee right there. Chunk off. I feel like a really nice way to use it, especially if you're chasing a low enemy.
Out of sight.
You cancel when you're near them, or again, you can literally just, like dashing cancels your stealth, so it's really nice. You dash, melee. That's it. That's it. That's it. Talk about before we get into her ultimate is that every single thing for her cooldowns. Like check this out. Say
What a
use
disgrace.
my right hand.
You're mine.
I don't have any. Take a look
Double
at
KO!
Here they come
every
now.
time I hit.
That's
It
3!
rewards me with -1.
Wow, 4 in a row!
That's so crazy.
5! That's amazing!
All her, if
Yes.
you hit her crossbow, basically, it's a cooldown reduction. So this game, Psylocke, she really rewards you if you have good aim. So you really want to make sure you have good aim, because yeah, it's like this by far the thing that gets the most kills, especially when you're fighting. Okay, it's out of a 1v1.
What
so it
a
doesn't matter if you have
disgrace.
the abilities. But when you're fighting a bunch of people and you want to pop off and drop like 50 kills in a game, you're gonna need to really like abuse this as much as possible. Like, when you're playing, the basic cycle you need to remember is that you want to
Yes. Step aside.
Double KO!
You kind of want
It's
to back up
over.
and what do you call it?
That's 3!
Like, I couldn't even
Wow,
make this
4
up.
in a
I already
row!
got my shurikens and my dash back, and what was that? That was
Here
like
they
5
come
seconds. It's actually crazy. You just need to... All right, the last thing we're going to talk about inside of her moveset is definitely the easiest thing to use, but it's only good in the right hands.
Lift your wings.
Double KO!
Did that hurt? Good.
And she like kills a bunch of squishies, or like so really good for killing multiple people. I wouldn't say use this on a single squishy. Like if you're that desperate, then,
The enemy has arrived.
like you don't need to be using your ult on squishies.
Yes.
So one thing you really want to keep in mind
Step aside.
for ult is that first, whenever you're transitioning into an ult, I'd say, especially if you're going against
Farewell.
multiple people and you're low,
Lift your wings.
like you can't still
Double KO!
and
Did that hurt?
near the end,
Good.
you go right back into position. So like the center position, and there's a huge flower with a bud in the middle that shows where you're gonna stand. So like when I'm playing against Psylocke, it's really easy to just
You're mine.
wait for her to do whatever she needs to do, and then when she's in the middle of the game, it's really not that hard. And if you really want to be fast, double crossbow or whatever combo you want to hit. But yeah. Biggest mistake I see most Psylocke's making when I'm playing against them is that they'll go up to like my Captain America and my Thor, and then she'll pop her ult, which isn't good because multiple tanks.
The enemy
they'll-
has
they'll
arrived.
Eat her ult like it's nothing, but one tank she can kill with her ult, and then 3 squishies. 3 squishies is pushing it like. You really just don't want to get into a situation where you barely have any HP, you ult to save yourself, and like you're with their Mantis, Jeff, and their Thor, and they're just constantly healing their Thor. Maybe you kill one of the healers, or maybe you get lucky and you kill both of them. When you're out, the tank is still going to be full HP, and you're going to push you, and you're going to die. That you just don't want to get into a situation like that. I'll show some clips later about like, how to use it properly. It's really good for retaking. Say you're playing, what is it inside this game? Is Convoy. If you're playing Convoy, you really just want to make sure that you're using it smartly. Dude, Convoy is so dumb to me. I see Psylocke's going up where my whole team is there. Even
Here they
sometimes
come now.
I've seen a Psylocke ult while Mantis is ulting. Mantis, Luna Snow, all those huge heal characters, their ults, dude, they shut you down so quick. If a Mantis ults, you won't even get a kill on a squishy. Do not ult if the Mantis or the Luna Snow is in ult. If you are fighting a Mantis or a Luna Snow and they ult on you, GG's, bro. You won't be able to get a kill while they're doing it. But, so yeah, that's like a complete shutdown. That's the counter for Psylocke's, what do you call it?
Mind over matter.
Alright, and now before we get into the actual gameplay, let's talk about her basic combos. Again, just retouching on the one I said earlier, this is what most people
Here they
do.
come now.
Left click, right click,
Yes.
which I mean, I guess is pretty fast. Altogether, that would be, oh shoot, my bad.
Double KO.
Give me a second. Let's just wait for this to respawn. Be left click, right.
That's 3.
I mean, it's
You
alright.
lose,
It's like
demon.
a 4-second shutdown, and then watch this.
Wow, 4 in a row. 5. That's amazing.
So your basis around this combo would be animation canceling during the shuriken recall. So instead of right-clicking back at the end to get the finish, you'd want to left-click.
Did that hurt? Good.
I don't know how to explain it, but you really just hit recall while clicking at the same time. So you shoot out. You'd cancel the animation for pulling the shurikens back while also shooting out your crossbow and getting the finish.
The enemy has
instead of
arrived.
Like a 4-second shutdown, you'd be shutting down a squishy instead of maybe 2.5 seconds. Again, really
Yes.
really strong if you know how to use it properly. But again, those are just squishies. I'll get into the like tankier characters right now. Alright, so say when you're fighting against someone like Thor with 650 HP, type of wall between like a duelist and a vanguard. And yeah, he's pretty good. I see a lot of people playing him. What you want to do first and foremost is try to get some hits off, at least like a third of his health, with your crossbow from far ranges.
Out of sight.
Or if it calls you but the basic combo you want to do is try to make it around 10 meters away, like dash distance. You want to click, and then notice when I shot my first, I animated with what do you call it on the second burst. You want to make sure your second burst has to be there. You want to animation cancel with.
Your enemy has arrived.
So like this is.
Yes.
Really see, I'm trying to like make my aim look kind of natural. Yeah, like, wait. Overall, what you want to know is that this is really, like, I'm keeping it so real with you guys. You're doing most of your damage with your crossbow. No matter how good you are, 90% of your damage is coming from your crossbow. Okay, so with the example that we gave, this is how much damage I'd say you get. And that's like a crazy amount of damage. So if you get beforehand, you need to do
Double KO.
dude, this is crazy, isn't it? That can even happen.
Here they come now.
Alright, when we're talking about her play style, the sweet spot for fights is between 10 and 15 meters. You want to make sure you're doing all the tips and touches.
You're mine.
Using all
Mind over matter.
Double KO.
with your crossbow, and then what you want to do, the beginning to get out of team spawn to get towards the site would be and animation cancel using and kind of dash upwards while doing it. I see a lot of people using
You're mine.
dashes, and that's gonna make it so that once you get to the site, once you get to the battle, you're not gonna have both of your dashes, and it's really gonna screw you over. And then another thing I want to talk about is that please don't look at the other team, the enemy team, before you be that guy who leaves your team, flanks all the way around, waits for your whole team to die.
Here they come now.
Healer, and then gets 1v5'd, and then your whole team gets shut down. That is embarrassing. Please don't do that to yourself. Don't be that Psylocke. But yeah, I'm not saying take my play style, but play however you want. Okay, I'm not gonna be that guy who you open a video on, they tell you Yeah, play like this, and dude, because I've done that. I'm not kidding when I tell you I've done that. And I went from having like what, an average of like a 6-7 KD every game to having like a 1.5 or a 2 KD. Like, dude, just don't find your own playstyle and play like that, dude. The best time to find your playstyle is after learning your character's abilities, what they do, playing 3 to 5 games. Your playstyle then is the best like ever. Like, I feel like, in my opinion, for DPS, dude, hear me out, for DPS, that playstyle is what I've been doing. It's just having fun, dude. I'm not talking about it in a competitive manner, but just having fun. Like, that's the playstyle I have most fun with. If you're not having fun while playing DPS, what are you doing? Why are you playing
The
DPS?
enemy has
If you
arrived.
really want to be it's boring, go play Venom. No hate to anyone who plays Venom, but dude, it's so boring. Hitting Venom to one tap, and then he instantly, what the heck is going on, bro? And then instantly he heals back up to max. But yeah, find your own playstyle, and this is pretty much it for the like abilities.
Did that hurt?
Stealth, or you want to stealth. When you're stealth, you want to make sure you're kind of screwing up your movements so that they can't really trace you properly. Something that's really, like, I really like to do, especially when I'm playing against a Psylocke or someone far away, when you stealth,
Yes.
you
Out of sight.
because they can see you going that way, and then you can
Double
so
KO!
amazing. What you want to not do though is stand right behind them. When you're standing, as you can see, I can see behind my character. I can see Psylocke's back. What you want to do is come out right here.
The enemy has arrived.
Here's the off chance you're playing against someone.
You lose,
It's using
demon.
a TV without headphones or speakers. They don't have like directional movement. So yeah, you're like easily able to just stand behind them and take your time. That's like my biggest mistake I've been making. Don't do that. Kind of take your time.
Did that hurt?
Do
Good.
that. And as the games go on, you can write down what you have trouble with. Hop in some quick plays, or like, dude, I only play quick play. I never play competitive. But just write it down, and every game try to focus on something else while still having fun. For example, the one I talk about before I leave is that's really it for me. But like overall, you just want to make sure if you're new to Marvel, just try to learn a bunch of to-do list. Like for me, I can play Psylocke and Hela, and then try to learn one strategist and play one Vanguard, because it's not every time that you're just gonna be able to play DPS. Sometimes I have to play Thor, or like say someone's been Psylocke and we need another DPS, I'll play Hela, or I can play Jeff and Cloak. Or Mantis. Mantis is really nice to learn. Like for me, I'm learning Spider-Man right now, and I'm going to talk about fun. What do you call it? Psylocke. You see that? That's called a web design. That was, and it's so cool. I love it so much. Like, I really enjoy his playstyle. He's hard to learn. Obviously, I believe he's like 5-star difficulty too. I'm trying to learn more about other characters, and really just expand your.
Pretty sure those are bad guys.
Again, this game. So yeah, that's all for me. And